viewers, my name is Oraku Benson Pastor in front of the lens, and today happens to be the 16th of Jan and the year is 2024. And right now you are most welcome for the news program called Nile that comes on your way from Mondays to Sundays from the hour of 7 up to the hour of 8 p.m. As usual, we start with what's happened, the headlines, and then we get into the details of the news afterwards. Because of that, first take a look at the headlines. Coming up in the news headlines tonight, the district councillors boycott council meeting over unpaid allowances. Pedestrians in a Juman district consult against restlessness. And the Juman Town Council versus Coach Urban in Regional Day. More about this in the Nilecast news. Welcome back from the headlines. Now straight to the body of the news. We are starting it from Nebi Municipality. District councillors in Nebi Municipality have today, 16th of January 2025, boycotted all council meetings until they are paid their allowances. The councillors are demanding unpaid allowances for the last council meetings held at the district headquarters. Alfred Jawok was on the ground and he gives details about that.
Without district money, we can still survive. This is yet harvesting season.
Nebi district councillors have today, 16th January 2025, boycotted all council meetings until they are paid their allowances. The district councillors are demanding unpaid allowances for the last council meeting held at the district. When the councillors were called for the council meeting today, chaos erupted after the councillors failed to turn up, accusing the district officials for failing to pay them. Honorable Shotum Brown, district councillor Irusap County, said there will be no council meetings until the arrears are paid.
These are the same people who have used the money meant for health for referral. These are all money which was used by them. Now we are tired of this district. We know if the board is capsizing, someone would even use his tactics to remove your life jacket to survive with. We as a people who are demanding for development for our people of Nebi, we are not going to accept that.
We have called it off because of our areas.
A group of district councillors led by Parombotan Council representative Honorable Francis Owondomer have vowed not to attend council sessions until their money is paid.
Because as councillors we are betrayed for so long, we are used as tools for so long. We could allow us to sit for the meeting, and yet the facilitation is there. We could be called for the meeting and we sit, and after the sittings we find there is no facilitation, and we agreed and go home and on credit. But today, councillors have decided that no amount of convincing words can make them sit for the meeting, which we agreed, and we have all unanimously agreed that when they get all the facilitation and they call meeting, because for so long they have only used councillors when there's priorities, and the priorities they want to fulfill and want to be made, like in council term we call it undelegated powers.
Meanwhile, Honorable Peace Wekira, female district councillor Kuching Sub-County, equally said they had no other choice but to boycott the meeting.
We are supposed to have a council for which this council was meant to be done on credit. Prior to that, we had a committee meeting that was not paid, and when it came to attention of the councillors, they realized that it was not possible for them to have this council held based on.
The district council speaker, Nebi District, Honorable Kizitongan, said a meeting has been scheduled to discuss the standoff with the councillors.
We have been having challenges with the finances because for us we are tied by the Local Governments Act that we use 20% of the collection of the previous years to conduct activities of council.
However, Honorable Emmanuel Rombi, Nebi District Chairperson, confirmed the incident and said he has calmed the situation and another council meeting is scheduled for 24th January 2025.
Today and tomorrow, which will be 16th, then we can warrant by Monday, then within the course of next week, the money can come out the money can come out. Then in the next 2 weeks, we can have the council sitting. Probably, I told them by 24th of this month, we will have the council sitting. That's all.
This trend of councillors boycotting meetings over unpaid arrears raises concerns about the management of public funds and the welfare of local government officials. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Away from the story from Nebe municipality, this time jetting straight away to Greater Madi region, particularly in Adjumani district. Office of Raising Hope of African Child, a non-governmental organization operating in Adjumani district in partnership with Adjumani General Hospital, sensitized the pedestrians on road usage in the area. Take a look at the story. Office of Raising Hope of African Child, a non-governmental organization operating in the district in partnership with the Adjumani General Hospital, sensitized the pedestrians on road usage. While addressing the staffs and patients in Adjumani General Hospital on 15th of Jan 2025, Opar Michael Jackson, a traffic officer in Adjumani Central Police Station, attributes the high cases of accidents in the area to ignorance of road rules and regulations.
Now, like and we have a campaign named the CARS. CARS is Community Awareness on Road Safety. There's been an incidence of higher rates of road accident in the country. Presently, the statistics indicates 10 people losing their life due to road crash, and that is daily, and in a year that one crosses up to around 3,650. That number is abnormal. In Adjumani, presently the statistics indicates 47 lives lost from January 2023 to 2024 June. That number is a little bit abnormal. We need to do something, and it's a campaign that we should be engaged together in doing so that we have the number of road accidents.
Meanwhile, Dr. Ambaku Michael, a medical superintendent at the Adjumani General Hospital, says it is alarming as he calls for caution from motorists while on the roads.
We have collaborated with the traffic police department of Adjumani, together with Raising Hope for Children, who has spearheaded the health education for our staff and clients. Part of our service to clients is health education as well as a minimum package of health service to the community. And we have taken this because of the current problem we are facing in the district. And when we take the whole of West Nile, Adjumani is now well known for road traffic accidents, most related to motorcycles and also motor vehicles, but the commonest is the motorcycles. That's the deaths associated to road traffic accident. And most of these deaths occur on the spot after the accident, or some of them we try to our level best to handle them. We evacuate them from the scene and just immediately reaching hospital. Within 30 minutes we lose them. Some, especially the one with severe head injury, which we may not handle here, the one with the CT scan and the specialized operation, we try to rush them to the nearest regional referral hospital where the services can be, and the nearest here is in Gulu. And a number of them are lost on the way. And some reach the facility, but we also lose them on the other side. Or some, instead of Gulu, like those days, we used to even rush to Kampala.
Uganda recorded a 30% increase in road fatalities as per the annual police crime report. Reporting for West Nile Television are Oraku Benson Pastore and Onzima Alan. Away from that story, now in Arua City, Uganda and Netherlands-based professional boxer Faruk Dakumaliangomo, who also hails from West Nile region, has called upon efforts from stakeholders to establish boxing centers across the region for the sport to grow in the area. Faris Majid was on ground and he compiles the story.
Uganda-Netherlands-based professional boxer Farouk Daku Malungumu, who also hails from the region, has called for efforts from stakeholders to establish boxing centers across the region for the sport to grow in the area. He made the call earlier this week during the launch of his Malungumu Events promotions at the place that raised him in Aibiri, in Anyava village in Oluko Ward, in Arua City, with the aim of developing the sport in the area.
The sport needs exposure. Like in West Nile, we have no tournaments for our own. We need to have our own tournaments, like Terego Boxing Club and Terego Boxing Club in Aivu, Boxing Club in Koboko, things like that. Then we have our own boxing championship in Arua. That will help us boxing to grow in this country. In this city of Arua City Boxing Club.
Daku, a champion of the game in several categories, is now rallying the youths in the area to embrace the game.
I've traveled a lot around the world. I went to Europe. I've been fighting in England, Manchester, French Polynesia, Croatia, Ukraine, Budva, Montenegro, Manchester, Nottingham, Oldham, just because of boxing. The only message I can bring to myself, to my people, is that if you believe in yourself, you're gonna do the same. It can come to you. Just have to believe in yourself. And boxing is just not only a sport. You can earn money through boxing.
Music and boxing, they go concurrently. I'm sure even before, like, my brother enters a ring, mostly there's entertainment part of it. So if he's a star, mostly music star, you know. What I want to tell people is, let's not undermine talent. Talent is a very big stuff. People earn out of it. So many people earn out of it. Even I myself right now, I think I just stand to be like my career. Right now, music is paying me. I'm sure boxing is also paying him. You understand? So people should not underestimate talent.
Anikutom, a resident of the area where Malungumu was raised, expresses joy about his legacy and calls upon the youths in the area to emulate his character.
A lot of youths we have here who are educated, and due to school fees, they are not gone further. I'm going to ask now my son to teach these people, these youths, also to join his company for more other issues also.
Malungumu is a former African champion, 3 times Eastern Central African champion, and former Dutch challenger, among other categories. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, Nalka Sports.
Getting away from that particular story now into the world of sports, still the same name and the same face, and the television still remains that one, which is West Nile Television. I can confirm to you the first phase of West Nile Regional League has already come to an end, and also Bet Power FIFA Big Leagues almost commencing. Not commencing, rather also winding up. I am talking about the first phase, and also and yesterday there was a very big encounter at Paridi Stadium. It was between Ajuman Town Council Football Club and the team that comes from Yumbe called Coach Urban. In the process, we saw a win going into the hands of that Ajuman Town Council to see that they complete the first phase of the Western Regional League Nile Zone with a win over the Urban Boys. Take a look at the story.
Ajuman Town Council FC has managed a surprise win at Paridi Stadium as they played against Coach Urban FC on 15th of January 2025 in Ajumani district. Speaking to West Nile TV reporter at Paridi Stadium, Shandiga Andrew, the head coach Ajuman Town Council FC, said the game was so tough as they played their last game in first round, and Coach Urban managed to score on them first goal in first half. Later, they came from behind to turn the game to win 2-1.
My expectations are a lot, but there are factors that are limiting my expectations because one, the players have not been so much motivated as expecting them to be on the pitch. They have had extraordinary responsibilities to get their home ways with their friends, relatives. So sometimes the commitment in training as a little lack down because we cannot do what they expect us to give them. And also our training that nothing has got back to the stadium. We have been pushed out of the stadium for reasons that we don't really understand. So that really makes our training become porous. You don't know where to train tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Ashidri Rashid, the public relation officer of Koshiaban FC, confirmed the loss and said it was a nice game, but he was somehow disappointed from the officiation, where he called for better officiation next time since they still have second round to play.
Yes, the game has ended and we have lost it to the Humanitarian Council 2-1. There's nothing much I can say upon it because this is football. You can lose in any way. Whatever circumstance that transpired during the game, those are normal, whether errors or what. But I believe there were one or two things to do with the session because the region has to deploy officials for these games from other districts. And in most cases, when we come to a Germany like this, we get referees within Germany to officiate our games. So it is unfortunate because these are human beings. Some one or two issues can happen, but all the same, it is a game and it's done.
Adjuman Town Council FC currently serving 19 points, standing in position 4 in Regional League. Kashindo Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television.
Before I leave the studios for the next program, which is Kelele, I need to also give you the updates of what is transpiring in Europe. In German Bundesliga games we have played yesterday, with Bochum edging out St. Pauli by a goal to nil. St. Pauli had a red card. These games we have played yesterday. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich thumped aside Hoffenheim by 5-0, with Augsburg traveled away to Union Berlin and won the game by 2-0. That's Augsburg for you. Meanwhile, RB Leipzig unfortunately had 2 red cards. Because of that, they lost the encounter into the hands of Stuttgart, which ended by 2-1. And Werder Bremen played out a 3-3 draw with Heidenheim. Meanwhile, for Inter Milan, surprisingly, they were tied into a 2-2 draw by the team of Bologna. What about in English Premier League? We saw the team of Chelsea being tied into a 2-2 draw. That was on Tuesday. And also Manchester City playing a 2-2 draw with the team of Brentford. The same day was when we did see Aston Villa edging out Everton by a goal to nil. What about yesterday in the London Derby? All the bragging rights went into the hands of Gunners over the team of Hotspurs as they beat Tottenham Hotspurs by 2-1 there. And that one brings us to the end of today's edition of Nilecast News. It has been Mioraku Benson Pastore. I can say thank you so much for following the program from the beginning up to the climax of it. Have the best of your moments. We'll link up again tomorrow and at the same time and also for the same program of news.